Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt your bones aching with sheer exhaustion? Everything is going backward, tasks are locked, people around you are making you lose hope, and deep inside you say, "Father, enough is already enough, why should I even keep going?" All of us have experienced these damned moments. Moments when a person wants to throw everything away, turn off their phone, and drown in the darkness of their room. But do you know what the difference is between ordinary people and those whose names are carved into the stone of history? At the exact minute when all of us raise our hands in surrender, they just smile and start the real work. Let me tell you a true story. A story about a young man who one day in a dark, cold room in Hong Kong, a doctor told him that the bone in his waist had been shattered during a wrong workout and you will never be able to walk properly again, let alone practice kung fu. What do you think Bruce Lee did right there? Did he sit in the corner of his house, beg his body, and grieve? No, my friend. Bruce Lee was not someone to surrender to a doctor's no. A man who, throughout all the years of his life, showed that true power is not in thick arms, but in a person's head and mind. But wait, this video is not going to be just a repetitive, boring biography of Bruce Lee. We are going to go deep into the core of Bruce Lee's life, dissect the mindset of Bruce Lee cell by cell, and see how Bruce Lee built an engine of willpower from the ashes of absolute defeat, and most importantly, how you can apply Bruce Lee's mindset lessons to your own life right now so that you never kneel before any problem. So stay with me until the very second because your perspective on your life's hardships is going to be completely transformed. When Bruce Lee was a child, he grew up in the crowded, dirty, and trouble-filled alleyways of Hong Kong. He was a mixed-race kid whom no one gave the time of day on the street, constantly fighting, getting beaten up, having no money in his pockets, and his self-confidence was at zero. Bruce Lee was born into an artist family, but he was lost in the alleyway himself. Many of us think that great people are just born with a special gene and a golden luck, but the bitter and beautiful truth about Bruce Lee's life is that he was initially an absolute loser who constantly ran away from challenges and fights, until one day he decided to stand and fight instead of run away. This is the exact turning point and dangerous spot where many of us make mistakes every day. As soon as a problem greenlights on our path, as soon as a door closes, we quickly find a pretty excuse that I don't have the talent, the country's economic condition is bad, my family doesn't back me up, or I have no luck. But Bruce Lee went deep into the heart of martial arts and understood with his flesh and bones that the problem was not outside his existence, the main problem was inside his own mind. Bruce Lee understood that as long as you make excuses, you are weaving the gallows rope of your own dreams with your own hands. The first lesson we must learn from Bruce Lee right now is this: as long as you blame your failures on circumstances, we remain slaves to those very circumstances. A real hero is someone who takes 100% responsibility for their miserable or successful life. Despite his weak and small stature, Bruce Lee practiced for hours in rain and heat. Bruce Lee practiced not to show off to others, but to crush yesterday's Bruce Lee. This is what we call steadfastness. Many of us start something, go full blast with motivation for 2 weeks, and then get tired and say, "Man, it didn't work, there's no bread in it." Meanwhile, Bruce Lee taught us that success in great things is like drops of water on the hardest stone. Quiet, continuous, foundational, and the absolute final winner is that drop, not the arrogant stone. But wait, the story of Bruce Lee's life here gets even more fascinating, mysterious, and at the same time darker. Did you know that at one point in America, Bruce Lee decided to teach his exclusive and secret style to Americans and Westerners? But traditional and fanatical Chinese masters swarmed him and said, "You have no right to teach our art to foreigners, you are destroying authenticity." They came and set up a heavy, unfair, and deadly fight for him. They told Bruce Lee that either you have to lose in this match and stop this teaching, or you have to fight to the death and pay the price. The fight began. Bruce Lee knocked down his traditional opponent with lightning speed in just a few seconds, but the strange, shocking, and inspiring part is that after that huge victory, Bruce Lee sat in the corner of a dark room for hours and wept bitterly. Do you know why? Because even in that very victory, Bruce Lee was not satisfied with himself. He realized that his body had acted sluggishly for a moment and failed to take down the opponent in a split second as he wanted. Ordinary people, when they win a match, post 10 stories, celebrate, become arrogant, and think they are the god of that world. But Bruce Lee, after winning, put a magnifying glass on his own weaknesses. This brilliant trait shows that real growth is not in victory and the applause of others, but in ruthlessly facing the bitter reality of our flaws. How many times after doing a job with relative success have you sat down and had a real, honest talk with yourself about where you messed up and fell short? All of us love to have sugar melt in our hearts from the praise of others, but Bruce Lee was someone who was his own harshest, most ruthless, and most serious critic. This means a real growth mindset. This means never, under any circumstances, being satisfied. This means Bruce Lee woke up every morning thinking he was still at the beginning of the road and knew nothing about the world. Now let me tell you a strange and shocking secret about Bruce Lee's steel mind that might disrupt your sleep tonight and turn your life upside down. One day during heavy training and executing a high-pressure movement, Bruce Lee's waist was severely and irreversibly injured. Doctors told him that your martial arts file is closed forever. You can no longer kick. You can no longer act in movies, you can't even exercise like a normal person, you must sit in a wheelchair or rest for the rest of your life. Imagine, a man whose entire identity, whole life, income, and all his love was movement, speed, punches, and combat, was now grounded. Bruce Lee lay flat on his bed for 6 full months and had to suffer just to move around. Imagine how much psychological pressure, stress, lump in the throat, and despair was on his shoulders. Any weak person would have gotten depressed there, cursed earth and time, complained to God, and given up all their dreams. But what did Bruce Lee do? When Bruce Lee couldn't fight with his physical body and punches, he fought with his gigantic mind and willpower. Right there on the bed, he picked up books and began reading the deepest philosophical books, modern psychology, combat tactics, and human body anatomy. Bruce Lee began visualizing and practicing every single martial arts movement in his mind millions of times. 6 months later, Bruce Lee rose from the bed stronger, smarter, more philosophical, and deeper, creating a style called Jeet Kune Do that blew up the worlds of martial arts and cinema. This is where Bruce Lee gives us a huge and vital lesson. Crises, traps, and major failures are not the end of the line. They are raw materials to build a far more powerful version of you. Every time life flattens you to the ground, it is teaching you how to rise so you never surrender to falling again. The question is, what did you do at the first blow life dealt you? Did you kneel and cry, or did you build power out of pain like Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee always had a famous, deep, and stormy quote that summarized his entire philosophy of success in life in a few words: "Be water, my friend." Do you know what Bruce Lee deeply meant by this phrase? Water has no specific shape. When you pour water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Into a pitcher, it becomes the pitcher. Into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. But that same soft, gentle, and defenseless water, when it turns into a flood or tsunami, shatters the hardest rocks and mountains, breaks dams, and finds its way out from the heart of the earth. Successful and developed people are exactly like water. Instead of stubborn-headedly fighting problems and constantly banging their heads against the wall, they flow around the problem. If Bruce Lee's career or romantic path was blocked, he changed direction while never losing the main goal. Many of us reach a dead end and fail in life because we are very rigid, stubborn, and inflexible. We want everything to go exactly the way it is in our daydreams, and when the slightest change or challenge arises, we fall apart, get angry, and give up. Bruce Lee taught us that flexibility is the highest form of power in the modern world. The one who has flexibility in life never fails because they always find 1,000 hidden ways to bypass obstacles. Look at your own personal life. Where are you stubbornly, proudly, and rigidly resisting like a hard stone and growing more exhausted day by day? Why don't you learn to flow like water and glide over obstacles? Another very important, practical, and vital point we must learn from Bruce Lee is the concept of absolute focus on the present. Many people are constantly worried about tomorrow, stressed about the future, or drowning in the past, regretting things undone. Bruce Lee believed that human vital energy is limited, and scattering energy means the death of dreams. If you divide your mind into 100 pieces, you will never achieve an extraordinary result in anything. When Bruce Lee is training, his entire being is just training. When he is reading a book, the world stops for him and it is only studying. There are no extra distractions. We live in a world full of smartphone notifications, social networks, useless thoughts, and drama-creating people. More than half of our day is spent thinking about things we don't even have 1% control over. Bruce Lee repeatedly showed through his lifestyle that great and historical people do not do complex things, they repeat simple things with extraordinary focus for a long time. Bruce Lee's secret to success was not doing extraordinary things, it was doing ordinary things with extraordinary quality, day after day, and day after day. If you decide today to throw away all distractions, put your phone aside, and focus like a laser on your main life goal, Bruce Lee promises you that within the next few months, you will see changes in your life that your own eyes won't believe. Now let's return to the foundational question at the beginning of the video and close its file. Why did Bruce Lee never, under any circumstances, surrender? Because Bruce Lee didn't believe in the concept of failure in his life's dictionary at all. Bruce Lee said, in this world either I win, or I learn major lessons. There is no third state between these two. When your view of problems, failures, poverty, and betrayals becomes like this, no obstacle and no person can stop you. Every fall, from Bruce Lee's perspective, turns into a precious experience, every toxic person in your path turns into an exercise for patience and self-building, and every closed door turns into an invitation to find an open and bigger door. Bruce Lee left us, but his philosophy, mindset, and valuable legacy remain to remind our generation and you that we are much stronger, smarter, and more capable than we think we are. It doesn't matter how broken your financial situation is right now, how heavy your emotional heartbreak was, or how far behind everyone else you feel you are. This video is precisely your sign, a warning from the universe to wake up. Right today and right now, decide like Bruce Lee, instead of making excuses and whining, to roll up your sleeves and take responsibility for your life. Start not from tomorrow, but from this very second. Work on your character bugs, put your focus on building your steel mindset, and remember that in the book of your life, only and only you are the writer, director, and main hero. So don't let anyone, or any harsh condition, end your story with the label of failure. Get up, come back stronger, more determined, and smarter than before, and show this ruthless world how the willpower of a conscious human can make all the impossibilities of the world possible and conquer them.